16th episode of Outlander Season 7 begins with a flashback of little Jane, Francis, and their mother, who has red curly hair. Yes, the description is important. At present, Jane refuses to cooperate with the Inquisitor. He suggests she use her last words wisely as they will reach Francis. Meanwhile, Claire wakes up and Jamie is glad to see her alive. She is her usual droll self, albeit a little weak. With more good news, Ian returns and updates Jamie that William has been rescued. A week later, Claire is much better, but she feels humiliated that Jamie has to help her with everything. He does it all without complaint, and she loves him for it. She wants to go home, and he promises to take her. Not to forget the hunters. Denzell is overwhelmed as he was worried he would fail Claire. She comforts him and hopes she can be strong like him if she finds herself in a similar medical situation. As for Rachel, she is pregnant and agrees to settle at Fraser's Ridge. Ian's happiness is short-lived as Rollo dies. Rachel comforts him, and he realizes that Rollo waited till he had someone before passing on. John visits Claire, and their usual camaraderie annoys Jamie. He is still holding a grudge and bickers with John once he is sure William is safe. John goads him as well, but they have a tense truce. Tired of their passive aggressiveness, Claire interrupts. She thanks John for saving her life. He kisses her hand and leaves, while Jamie continues to glare daggers at him. After William's failed mission to save Jane, he decides to ask Jamie about his birth. Jamie claims it was consensual, but he didn't love Geneva, William's mother. William believes she was horrible, but Jamie defends her, calling her brave. William wonders if he regrets it, and Jamie says no as he smiles and holds William. They are reminded of their happy times on the Hellwater estate. However, William states that he will never call Jamie his father. In 1739, Jem, Mandy, and Brianna all make it safely to Lallybroch and reunite with Roger. Buck feels bittersweet before joining their family hug. Brian feels connected to Brianna as she looks like she could be his child. She laughs it off, but shares that there are times when people are inexplicably drawn to others. She also adds that he reminds her of Jamie and his devotion. In return, he looks sad as he reveals that he has not moved on after his wife, Ellen's death. Brianna and Roger finally spend time together. He confesses that he misses his dad and worries about him. Similarly, Brianna misses her parents, and they wonder if they can go back to living with the Frasers now that Mandy is healthy. William asks John for his help to free Jane. However, Jane has already confessed, and William cannot testify for her as there will be no trial. John comforts him as he reveals she will be executed under martial law. William doesn't want to, but he asks for Jamie's help in rescuing Jane. They break into the house with a trick Brianna had taught Jamie. William remembers her and realizes she is his sister. They reach too late and find that Jane has slit her wrists. William is heartbroken, and Jamie has to drag him away as the soldiers arrive. William takes Frances to the Frasers, who invite her to live on the ridge with them. One night, Claire dreams of Master Raymond, the chemist who helped her when she gave birth to the stillborn Faith. In her dream, he asks for her forgiveness. She recalls how Raymond believed the Frasers would see Faith one day. Jamie is sure they will all be reunited in heaven. After Jane is buried in an unmarked grave, the Frasers accompany Frances to the site. Claire comforts her by asking her to talk about Jane. Frances talks about how they played with dragonflies and shows Claire a portrait locket of her mother. The woman has red curly hair, and her name is Faith. A while later, the Frasers get ready to leave for the ridge. Claire goes to get Frances, who is singing, "I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside." She is shocked as it is a 20th century song which she sang to Faith before she was buried. She asks Frances about it, and the girl claims her mother taught her the song. At the end of Outlander Season 7, Episode 16, Jamie finds a distressed Claire. She is teary-eyed as she tells him that she thinks Faith lived, which would make Jane and Frances the granddaughters of Jamie and Claire.